Okay, so I'm making this video for a very good reason, alright? The reason that I'm making this video is because the game just doesn't make sense, alright? I'm gonna give you a couple of reasons why, alright? So we're gonna start off with the lasers. You see, according to my calculations, also known as ChatGPT, yeah, I'm not using any, and do not cheat, I'm blocking that. Guys, literally the lasers do not low power consumer lasers that everybody can buy. Basically, they're probably less than 5 megawatts, legal in many countries for public use. In fact, they cannot cause instant physical damage to skin or internal organs, including the chest. Risk eye damage is a big concern, especially with direct exposure. You see, this I debunk it because we are 99% of the time not making direct eye contact with the focal point of the laser. Therefore, I'm debunking this. Basically, all I'm saying is that the first problem is that the lasers, they just don't work, alright? The lasers, you cannot get instantly hurt. You see, high power lasers, class 3B and 4, like industrial lasers, grave engravers, and research equipment, and some laser light shows. They can burn skin quickly on direct contact and cause blindness almost instantly. However, they're not legally sold for general consumer use in many places. I'm basically basing this off of generally because we don't know where Jailbreak is based. Yeah. What it takes to harm somebody instantly would be a class 4 laser with multiple watts of power, example 10 watts or more. This could cause surface burns on contact, especially if focus or usually the lens to concentrate the beam. You see, this is what makes it a problem. Because most consumerly availables cannot instant chest harm, which is 99% of where you're going to get hit. You see, this is why it doesn't work. Because if you're not getting hit 99% of the time, then it does not work, alright? It just doesn't. So, if you can't get hurt by the lasers, then why are they damaging you? Exactly, so that's my first reason, basically pinpointed. Now, next up, this is my favorite item in the whole game. Now, I know you guys are probably gonna hate, like, oh, the sword is a better item than this. But I'm telling you this right now. I'm so sad and it makes me depressed too. But the donut does not instantly regenerate health in real life. You see, while its sugars and fats may provide a slight energy boost to the average human, however, the donut itself does not provide instant healing. That'd be like giving somebody like hard drugs. See, giving people hard drugs, that's not that very legal. So, donut doesn't work because it's just a glazed donut, right? It can provide a small energy boost, like the energy drink. The energy drink is valid because, I mean, yeah. But the donut does not work because the donut, it's just a donut. Because I can guarantee that there are no performance-enhancing drugs. You see, here's why. Only drug that can be inside of the donut would be caffeine, which is basically the only one that doesn't have any side effects. However, caffeine does not instantly heal any wounds caused by lasers that don't work. Basically, what I mean is that the donut cannot heal you because it is literally, it doesn't have like miracle properties, right? I'm sad to say. Alright. But my next thing is 100% the damn cameras. You see, in robberies like the museum and robberies like robberies other than casino, some jewelry stores, and that's all I can think of. There are typically cameras that may damage you. However, this does not work. Even if the cameras are technically laser detection devices, they do not work because yes, the lasers cannot harm you. Because They are low power lasers that cannot instantly harm anybody. Therefore, the cameras hurting you is just an extension of this logic. And that also means that no, it does, no. That's it. The cameras don't work. Alright, next point is 100% the crash physics. You see, if I start going 100 miles an hour, and you see I'm just chilling right now, I'm going over 100 miles an hour. Yeah, I just broke down a 50-ton sign, and I just rammed into a wooden fence. You see, if you actually analyze the situation here, you'll find that there's actually no damage to the front of my Power 1, and therefore, there's actually no damage to this wooden fence. I have no idea about you, but I think a wooden fence is a little bit less powerful than a car going over 140 miles an hour. This is just me. However, metal versus wood. And I'm pretty sure that metal is more dense than wood. Let me just check. And let me just make sure that metal is stronger than wood. In most cases, metal is stronger than wood. You see, this proves my point. And that means that the P1, yeah, that's it. So, yeah, that's basically it. Alright, my next point, I think you already know. It's the damn prison. You see, the prison doesn't work, and here's why. You see, in the United States, and I'm just gonna use the United States as a role model. Your rights make you have the right to a fair and reasonable trial, and swift. Forgot about that one. But you do get a swift trial. However, it is not fair, and you do not get to legally represent yourself. Therefore, even though you have been caught committing crimes, you still get to have legal representation, and you do not get instantly sent to jail. Especially in 20 seconds or something, so shut up. Also, most crimes for sentences are not 20 seconds. Therefore, this invalidates literally everything. I mean, you cannot receive a 20-second sentence for committing armed robbery of an oil rig in the middle of nowhere and stealing from a multi-billion-dollar company casino, aka MGM. Okay, well, that's enough. I think you understand how the prison makes no sense. Because the prison system is not that cooked in real life. Alright, shut up. Because the richness you're getting out of prison, yeah, that's still a thing. However, it doesn't count because you still don't get a fair trial. Therefore, that opinion is invalid. Oh, also, for minor crimes, such as unarmed robbery of a donut store, actually, you can probably post a bail for that, actually, if you have no other registered felonies or other stuff. Basically, you get forgiven by the government if you don't commit any major crimes. Essentially, yeah, no. If you commit unarmed robbery of a gas station, you're not gonna go to prison. I mean, you are, or you're probably gonna get a couple of years of probation. Okay, whatever the judge deems necessary. But you can also definitely post a bail. And 99% of the time, you'll probably be able to post a bail. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. You should definitely be able to post a bail on such a minor crime. Is it a felony? I don't know, alright? I don't know. Okay, but my next thing... Okay, this is a bit of a hot take. I'm joking. This one obviously makes no sense. It's the Pro Garage. You see, put in my calculations, you cannot, in real life, spawn matter out of thin air. Now, you will look, as I just spawned, another Power 1. Now, you're just probably like, oh, well, that Power 1 just got replaced. I'm like, Bro, no. You see, another point of the Pro Garage is the matter cannot be created or destroyed. Therefore, my cosmetics, they're getting created out of thin air. My car, thin air. Where's my suspension? Thin air. You see, this is why the Pro Garage is absolute BS. That's it. Probably next is, something that I kind of like in this game, but I mean, look, you gotta hate on because it just doesn't make sense. Alright, so I'm just gonna go, like over here. Alright, it's the damn homes, you see. Homes, yeah, you can get bombed instantly, whatever. But, you cannot legally, wait, hold on. Can you legally have turrets in your home? Okay, basically, most states have laws that can restrict their use or lead to severe legal repercussions if deployed for home defense. Now, of course, we don't care about the legal repercussions, and here's why. See, the legal repercussions are basically, well, we don't care, because we're committing so many crimes daily. I mean, yeah. But the reason why the homes don't work is that you're not required to own, like, a property. You could say that you're renting it, but shut up. You paid for the home. So basically, what I mean is that you definitely need a home address, especially if you're on the police team, because that means you're a legally employed citizen and that you are receiving a salary. However, how's that salary getting to you? I don't know, man. Because the only way that normal stuff is delivered in real life is through an address. If you don't have an address, then I mean, you're low-key cooked, so, that's it. But basically what I'm saying, if you don't have an address, you can't receive any, like, legal documents. And those legal documents are crucial while you're playing the police team. That's it. Next up, I think this is one that I hold near and dear to my heart for a couple of reasons. Definitely, probably the first reason would be, I do it every day, but it's the felony tax evasion that you commit. You see, you can definitely still get charged with tax evasion, even if you obtained your money from legal means. You still have to pay taxes on it, so shut up. I know you're trying to run a drug empire, little Timmy, but you can't without paying your taxes. So, basically, you absolutely just have to pay your taxes. I know it's sad, but you gotta pay your taxes, okay? You don't pay your taxes, you're not gonna have any money. If you don't have any money, the IRS is gonna storm your house, alright? I know nobody's actually getting caught for felony tax evasion inside of Jailbreak, but I mean, it still counts. And that's another game. Why did I say that? So that's just another reason why it doesn't make sense. Because in the real world, you would have to pay taxes. Doesn't matter if you robbed 16 jewelry stores to get like $40 bajillion. No. That you gotta pay taxes on that, bro. It still works. That's just, you gotta. Alright, so, leading off of our felony tax evasion spree, you see, I have an issue with the jewelry store, specifically this issue. Theoretically, could the average fit human break bulletproof glass with their fists? I'm assuming that the glass is bulletproof glass because, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it makes sense. More accurately, it's called bullet resistance glass, and it's typically made of laminated layers of glass and polycarbonate, a strong plastic, and it's designed to absorb and disperse the energy of bullets, especially from handguns and sometimes rifles. There are various protection levels, NIJ or UL ratings, with glass capable of stopping 9mm rounds at level 1, 44 Magnum at level 3, and 5.56 at level 7 plus. Even the lowest level is multiple times stronger than a car windshield due to high resistant impact trauma. Basically, spreads it. Why fist won't work? The average human punch force is 300 to 700 newtons untrained, and 1,000 to 1,500 while trained. The force needed to break bulletproof glass is tens of thousands of newtons spread across layers. Speed and impact. A punch lasts milliseconds and is over a small area. It lacks penetration. And that's it. Hand durability. Bones in the hand or metacarpals are fragile and can break normal glass, let alone polycarbonate laminated armor glass. Basically, when you would be just out here like being a normal person and you would just punch the J store, you would actually be destroying your own hands. And this is what you should take damage for, not the lasers and not the cameras, you see. Alright, but basically, the average fit human, or even an elite athlete like LeBron James, cannot break bulletproof glass with their bare fists. Attempting to do so would almost certainly result in serious hand injuries without even cracking the glass, let alone breaking it. Basically what this means is that you cannot actually obtain the gems in the jewelry store. Now, we're just going to lay aside all of the other issues with the robberies and the amounts that we get for a separate video, because I want to do a part 2, because I'm really passionate about this issue. But I mean, I think that's about it. But I was looking joking. I got one more last thing. You see, as a millionaire, I have the capability to buy a Black Hawk helicopter. However, I'm gonna go do that right now because I feel like it. So, I mean, I guess I can. Alright, this is leading to my last issue for this video, because I'm doing a part 2. It's the helis. You see, the Black Hawk helicopter, number 1, it does not look like this, at least I don't think. Number 2, listen, alright, I think you see the issue already. Now, I don't know much about helicopters in real life, but what I do know is that you cannot just do, like, this. You see, the issue with this is that the rotors will typically be completely destroyed in this accident and will not be able to continue levitating above the ground, especially in a controlled area. Basically, all I'm saying is that, yeah, the heli is not working because of the rotors are stuck like this, as well as the fact that, I mean, no crash physics, and, yeah, alright, well, I think I'm gonna leave it here, just because I want to do a part 2, and, I don't want to make this video anymore, alright? The Black Hawk heli got nerfed, and it only goes 130 instead of 135, and I'm sad. So, I'm gonna go end the video now, so, I don't know, I'd probably rate all of these issues a 9 fruit salad out of 16, because, I don't know, these are pretty prominent, but I'm gonna have to do a part 2, just because